Some might think that haunted places where tormented and restless spirits dwell are locations where crimes were committed against innocent people or where humans engaged in egregious acts causing demons and dark entities to inhabit those places. However, for spirits to haunt a place that aids people in staying alive and grants their souls peace is the strangest phenomenon. Such is the case with the ghost of the girl who appeared at Pampanga Hospital, raising these very questions. One night, Bukishing, a 20-year-old Filipino nurse, was on her night shift at a large hospital in Pampanga, Philippines. That night, she felt extremely fatigued and suffered from a headache that nearly incapacitated her. A colleague advised her to get some sleep and rest. Bukishing complied, heading to the nursing floor to sleep for a couple of hours before resuming her duties. The nursing residence floor was nearly empty that night, since most were preparing for Christmas celebrations. A significant number of nursing staff had left for medical convoys, leaving a few nurses and many doctors in the hospital. Bukishing tried to sleep, but she couldn't. The darkness of the place was intense that night, and she felt something strange. Initially, she heard footsteps approaching her room, but when she focused, the sound of the footsteps halted at her door, and nothing happened. No one knocked or tried to open the door. Only her roommate had the key, so who could it be? Bukishing cautiously approached the door and peeked through the peephole. She saw a young girl in tattered clothes with disheveled hair, looking like she had just emerged from a brawl. Bukishing asked from behind the door, "Who are you?" The girl didn't answer, but stepped back slightly, revealing her thin legs and bare feet. Suddenly, the girl lifted her head, and Bukishing saw that she had no eyes, with thick blood oozing from her eye sockets. Bukishing screamed and called the front desk for help, but her colleague did not answer. She then called the security guard, who told her there was no one outside her room on the hospital's CCTV. Bukishing hung up the phone and looked at the door in sheer terror as the girl outside began banging on it rhythmically, as if telling her she would not leave. Bukishing called the guard again, explaining that the girl was at the door and kept knocking. The guard, puzzled, reassured her that he would come up. He suspected Bukishing might be hallucinating due to exhaustion or medication. Upon arrival, he found nothing and asked her to open the door so they could head to the security office. Bukishing sat trembling and crying until an older security officer came and asked what had happened. Bukishing narrated her ordeal, and the older man sighed, saying it was Mariah once again. The older guard explained that what Bukishing saw was not a hallucination but reality. Mariah was a nurse who had worked at the hospital for a long time. One fateful night before Christmas, after medical convoys left with nursing staffs, a visiting doctor who had harbored unrequited love attacked her. She resisted, infuriating him further, and he left her in a horrid state, with torn clothes and severe bleeding. He wanted to torment her even more, so he gouged out her eyes while she was still alive, leading to her death due to severe blood loss. The doctor fled the country and was never found. Shortly after, several people reported seeing Mariah's ghost roving the nursing rooms, causing multiple deaths from sheer terror upon her sight. Those who opened their doors for her met unmistakable doom.